Hello, I am David Zanone, a technical marketing engineer here at Infoblox. In this video, we're going to take a look at BloxOne's Application Discovery. We'll cover what value Application Discovery can provide to your organization, how it works, and show how Application Discovery could be used to discover and solve a security issue in a live environment. Application Discovery is a new feature included in the BloxOne Threat Defense Advanced subscription. Application Discovery has some invaluable capabilities that can be used to address some pain points. Shadow IT, where users may be using non-approved applications, even for legitimate reasons. Insider threats, where user behavior may intentionally or accidentally pose a risk to the organization. And compliance, where regulations may require the monitoring and tracking of application use, or the organization may need to restrict certain applications to avoid going afoul of certain regulations. Some compliance mandates require that organizations prove they are meeting compliance standards via audits. BloxOne's Application Discovery can help make this easier. The primary value of Application Discovery is the visibility it provides into the applications used by end users, such as VPNs, video conferencing tools, email, or business applications. In the example screenshot, you can see that the majority of users are complying with the organization's VPN standards, while several users appear to be using VPNs that may actually negate security measures. Some malware may even use VPNs to circumvent defenses, and this would provide you visibility into that kind of activity. BloxOne's Application Discovery can even help with visibility into applications that may be approved for use but are considered high risk. This can prove to be an important tool to help with your team's investigation or response activities. For example, an organization may not always be able to dictate which video conferencing or file sharing solutions will be accepted by business partners. In this screenshot, you can see an example of a report focused around cloud backup and storage. These apps are often the source of insider threats, or where a user is intentionally or unintentionally attempting to exfiltrate data from your organization. A key strength of the Infoblox solution, in a security sense, is that it is DNS-based, able to seamlessly leverage your existing DNS infrastructure to provide this security advantage with zero disruption. And it can do this both quickly and easily, delivering value almost immediately as it instantly begins to monitor all DNS activity and provides IT with tools to quickly filter activity and reports to get useful insights to make informed policy decisions about applications to allow, block, or to simply monitor. As mentioned at the top of this video, we're going to take a look at how Application Discovery can be used to solve an issue in a live environment. While we're looking at this use case, I'll do my best to describe the Application Discovery interface and the actions I'm taking. For this use case, we have two individuals, a user and a network administrator. First, we'll start off with our user, Brian. Brian is using his favorite cloud storage platform, Yandex Disk, a Russian-based cloud data storage platform, one that corporate policy does not permit the usage of. By doing so, he has become an insider threat, exfiltrating sensitive information from your organization. This transaction is completed. However, not without incident. Note that this device is protected by BloxOne, as shown in the system tray. Because this device is protected by BloxOne, this transaction was logged. Now we'll take a look at what this looks like from the perspective of our network administrator. The administrator logs into the Infoblox CSP and accesses Application Discovery, which is located in the Reports dropdown. At a quick glance on the summary page, they can see a listing of the unique applications being used, applications that need review, ones that are approved, and applications that are unapproved. As you'll notice, one application is in the Needs Review section. Before we hop into the application that needs review, let's view the tables below. In this interface, the administrator can view a list of top applications used and the quantity of requests made to these applications, categories of applications used and number of applications in each category, top applications that are needing review and the number of devices that are accessing these applications, top devices that are using unapproved applications and the quantity of applications that these devices are accessing, and finally, the top unapproved applications and requests that were made to them. The number of applications that are detected by BloxOne is constantly growing, so keep an eye on the application discovery pages to see if additional applications have been discovered in your environment. Clicking any hyperlinked text will take us to the Applications tab. Let's do that for our application in question. On this tab, we can drill down into the data that was summarized on the previous Summary tab. Because we clicked that hyperlink, the filter was set to view this application specifically. On this page, we can filter based on the status of the application category, and manufacturer of the application. In the primary table, we can see the application we've selected. We can discern a good amount of information from the entry in the table. As we can see, the name, category, amount of requests made, status, devices that have accessed it, and the manufacturer of the application is listed. Since the list of applications BloxOne can discover is quite large, and no one can really know each and every one, you can highlight an application to see more information about it. This feature is available both here and on the summary page. By clicking on the hamburger icon, we can choose to approve or to designate the application as unapproved. Note that this action alone does not designate whether or not a device can access this application, but it helps us to filter on the summary page as shown in the screenshot. This information can prove to be invaluable for security teams in helping them in their investigation and response activities, reaching compliance, and monitoring both shadow IT and insider threats. To continue with our story, our administrator has decided that they do not want this user to continue to access Yandex Disk anymore. This can be accomplished with BloxOne security policies in a couple of ways. One, via custom lists, or by using application filters. If you know the domain you are trying to block, you can use a custom list as shown. Or, in the case of our administrator, they want to use an application filter. In the Filters tab of the Security Policy page, our administrator can see two automatically created filters as well as custom filters. Custom filters allow for more granular control over an application type. But the administrator decides not to create a new one and to use one of the automatically generated lists. In the security policy that applies to our user Brian's device, our administrator adds that automatically created filter, all unapproved applications, and decides to both log and block it. Alternatively, they could choose to allow the traffic with optional logging. Now the user can no longer access Yandex Disk. Thanks to BloxOne's Application Discovery, you had increased visibility into the activity of the user. You determined that a risky cloud storage platform was being used, and you decided to block it. By adding BloxOne's Application Discovery to your security toolkit, you can help protect against shadow IT, insider threats, and prove your compliance. Thank you for your time viewing this video. All documentation regarding BloxOne's Application Discovery is located on the Infoblox documentation website located at docs.infoblox.com. If you have any other concerns, questions, or comments, you can find myself or other Infoblox experts on the Infoblox community website.